Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope that you are doing well, and in our today's dish I'm going to be preparing boiled fish. Yeah, most people don't do the boiled fish. They either fry it first and then prepare a stew for the fish, or they just cook it directly, but for me I decided to boil it first. The next thing I did was to cut my fish into 4 pieces. You can choose to boil it whole or divide it as you wish. But for me, I just decided to divide mine into 4 pieces. I added water to my cooking pot and then turned on my stove and just allowed the fish to cook. I didn't use a lot of water, I only used around 1 liter of water, and then it took me 10 to 15 minutes to get the fish done. So I went ahead and sprinkled some salt, and then I was looking for the lid to cover the pot and let everything come to a boil and my fish to cook.
Meanwhile,
As our fish is cooking, I'm going to be preparing our spices and other ingredients. So there I have my lemon, salt, and then curry powder, black pepper, turmeric, and then lastly curry powder. If you don't have these spices, you can just use salt. And then I have 4 medium-sized tomatoes. I have dhania or coriander, and then 3 medium onions. So I'm just done chopping my onions, and then I'm going to put them aside and start prepping my tomatoes. At this point I was done chopping my tomatoes, so I put them aside and went ahead to prepare my dhanias. So I'm going to chop the stalks and use them in the initial frying. So for those people who throw away the stalks, they are very flavorful. Yeah. Then I'm gonna set aside the leaves for a later time while garnishing.
later that same evening.
Our fish is ready. It overcooked a little bit, so next time I think I'll use only 10 minutes to prepare it. And yeah, so you can enjoy your fish at this point, but for me I wanted to go ahead and make a sauce for it. In my pot I went ahead to add in 1 tablespoon of oil. You don't want to use too much oil because fish already has oils of its own. I went ahead to add in my onions. You want to cook these onions for around 1 to 2 minutes until they are translucent. So I went ahead to add in my dhania. So for those of you who throw away their dhania stems, coriander stems, don't, because they have so much flavor in them. Yeah, so I allowed this to cook for around 1 minute just to infuse their flavors. Yeah, release their flavors. Yeah, so I went ahead to add in my tomatoes, mixed everything together. Then I added in some salt, and then I covered my pot and let it cook for 1 minute. After a minute or so, I loved the consistency of my sauce, and now it was time to add in the spices. I went in with a half teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of curry powder, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, and then 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Mixed everything up, and then I added in lemon juice. You remember the lemon that we had? So I squeezed the lemon and then added the juice into my mixture. You can opt to leave this part out and just add your lemon juice while you're having your fish, but for me, I like cooking it with my spices and everything. So I've added in some water, just enough water to give me the sauce that I want. Yeah, you don't want to add in so much water because it will make the sauce light, and you don't want to add less water because you won't have enough sauce. So I stirred everything up so that it doesn't stick at the bottom, tasted to check on the seasoning, and then I went ahead to add in my fish. Now you want to make sure that this sauce covers your fish so that it gets infused into the fish. I covered my pot and then I lowered the heat to low and let it simmer for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I went ahead to add in the coriander, but that footage isn't here because I forgot to press the record button. I have my daughter with me in the kitchen, and you know, things get messy. So that's where we are as at now. The sauce is okay, the fish is cooked, so I think it's ready for serving. We enjoyed our fish with some ugali and it was really delicious. So that's the end of my video. Thank you for joining me, and until my next one, bye.